Hi guys, Mr. New Mobile here. Samsung's Galaxy Note 20 Ultra 5G, please subscribe followed by the bell. You can also keep up on Facebook, Twitter by clicking the links in the description. Unfortunate timing means it's too expensive for a steep global recession and its feature set will be too much for many. What's the first thing you want to know about the new Galaxy Note 20 Ultra 5G? That it's a gorgeous super premium device filled with high-end features. That I genuinely enjoy using the phone, including its exceptional 6.9-inch screen, sharp 5x optical zoom camera and a stylus for annotating screenshots and taking notes. Or that, as Samsung's most advanced phone, the Note 20 Ultra makes small but significant enhancements over the Note 10 Plus, especially when it comes to photography. The Galaxy Note 20 Ultra is a do-everything phone, and the line has always been one that Samsung has positioned for a rarefied group of Android power users who want top-shelf everything. If you're someone who believes the person with the most phone toys wins, listen up. But if you're looking for value, or even a phone for the times, in a climate of deep global recession, steep unemployment and waves of lockdowns, the Note 20 Ultra will make even less sense for you than before. Unless you already know you can't live without it, it's hard to recommend the Ultra for all but the most loyal Note fans, or people upgrading from older phones. Why? Let's start with the price. The Note 20 Ultra is really expensive. It begins at $1,300 for the 128GB version, you can also buy it in 512GB. Then there's the fact that if your active work and social lifestyle has changed at all, like mine has, you won't truly take advantage of all the features it has to offer. Will the Note 20 Ultra still be the phone you want to use post-pandemic, or will a better upgrade come along by then? I've always enjoyed using a Galaxy Note for the stylus as well as the sleekness of the line's design. The Ultra produces top-notch specs, checks all the boxes, and I want to love it. But for me, it doesn't totally come together, and in terms of value, it's a miss. If you get a good enough trade-in deal or bundled offer, I think you'll be happy with the features and performance, even if some aspects, the camera bump, aren't your favorite. But if you want to reserve a little money this year and save your splurge when you have more certainty and freedom of movement, there are plenty of excellent devices well below $1,300 that will see you through until then, including the Google Pixel 4a, Samsung Galaxy A51, iPhone 11 or 11 Pro and OnePlus 8 or 8 Pro. Scroll all the way to the end for the full list of specs compared to the standard Galaxy Note 20. Samsung also has one more super ultra premium phone planned for the end of the year. It's Galaxy Z Fold 2, which goes on pre-order September 1st. I'm in love with the mystic bronze color of my Note 20 Ultra review unit. It's got a subtle shimmer that to me feels understated and elegant without losing a dynamic finish. In certain lighting, it looks rose gold. The matte finish does a lot to keep fingerprints on the back to a minimum, I can barely see them. Switching to the S Pen will immediately keep the screen cleaner than typing with your fingers, but I use both input methods on the phone. Mystic White and Mystic Black, which I have not seen in person, have glossy glass backings. The 6-point display is excellent. Clear and sharp, with an approach to the 120Hz screen refresh rate that's much more polished and useful than Samsung's first attempt with the Galaxy S20 Plus and S20 Ultra. The default mode is Adaptive Motion Smoothness, which turns on 120Hz refresh when you're scrolling or using features that can take advantage of the faster screen. It'll flip to the 60Hz standard when the screen is static, saving on battery overall. You can also toggle to 60Hz if you'd like to preserve even more. I love the classy, immersive look of a curved waterfall edge. But the Note 20 Ultra's true edge-to-edge display made it hard to place the cursor at the edges of the screen where I wanted it to go, and I noticed, especially when lying down, that gripping the phone while typing or navigating often called up other apps or features unintentionally or else closed out what I wanted to do. A little more grip buffer or better touch rejection along those edges would go a long way. Samsung uses the new Gorilla Glass Victus on the Note 20 Ultra's front and back. Corning claims the cover material can withstand drops up to 2 meters, about 6.5 feet, and is also twice as scratch resistant compared to Gorilla Glass 6, which is rated for a 1.6 meter, 5.25 foot fall. But the camera module, which sticks out from the back, is covered with Gorilla Glass 6, meaning that if the phone were to fall on its back and hit this part first, it would be theoretically more prone to breaking than the rest of the device. Stay tuned for our upcoming torture test. I've had cracked glass over my camera lens before, and it ruined every portrait shot I tried taking after. A case might really help fill in the empty space and distribute forces in the event of a fall. When I first got the review unit from Samsung, I described the design as Siren meets Cyclops. It's actually nicely styled, but it's still just too big. The main problem is that when you place the Note 20 Ultra on a flat surface, like your table, and start writing or navigating with the S Pen, the phone actually rocks. This has happened on all of CM, and I usually get in on the second try. This makes mobile payments a lot easier. My pro tip since the S10 is this. Enroll your dominant thumb twice, your other thumb once and your dominant index finger once. You have a total of 4 fingerprint profiles to work with. The phone's 5x optical zoom is really sharp and produces excellent shots when there's ample lighting. I liked how a tip popped up on screen as I took a photo of a buttery multi-layered croissant, suggesting I shoot a 2x and pull back. Much better photo. Samsung pulled back from 100x base zoom on the S20 Ultra, and I'm glad. The 50x zoom on the Note 20 Ultra is enough for most uses and much improved with a higher optical zoom output to start with. Use it to capture scenes you might ordinarily be too far away to get, like a cute dog with its head out the window, a hawk circling overhead or shooting a funny street sign. Taking photos with the Note 20 Ultra phone was a lot of fun. I was a little limited by the present circumstances with the range of photos I naturally wanted to take, but I still found shots I loved. Purple clouds rippling in an impossibly pink Ultra has a 108 megapixel camera feature, which lets you take a detailed shot and crop photos after the fact. My results were uneven, with a blown-out photo of a flower that completely lacked detail, to a fairly successful shot of a bug that had landed on my shirt. Night mode and selfie quality were solid, and I especially like the new selfie filter that lets you warm up or cool down the tone before you take a shot. Pro video mode is a Note 20 Ultra exclusive and is packed with settings that are frankly over my head because I'm not a professional videographer. I did like being able to change the microphone direction, and smoothly zooming in was a nice feature, but quality during night shoots was poor. Keep an eye out for our in-depth Note 20 Ultra versus iPhone 11 Pro Max camera comparison. The Note 20 Ultra's 4500 mAh battery is smaller than the S20 Ultra's 5000 mAh battery, but lasted much longer during my testing period. I'm not hotspotting for hours during a commute these days or going out from early morning until late night, which makes it harder to compare anecdotally. However, I'd call battery life good, not amazing, and it'll serve an hour and a half, and spoke on the phone for over an hour with no significant drain. I routinely take 2 hours of meetings calls while on a because of the 120 GHz refresh rate, the S Pen writes noticeably faster. There's also lower latency overall, under 9 milliseconds, according to Samsung. I also feel my writing is neater. Samsung introduces new features, like handwriting auto straighten and PDF importing, which I like. Then there are the 5 new air gestures, which felt gimmicky. They're customizable, a good thing, but I never figured out how to naturally incorporate them into days spent at home, and your movements have to be slow and deliberate to get the gestures right. My favorite S Pen tricks are oldies but goodies. Using the S Pen to sketch a concept. Magnifying tiny font on a page. Annotating anything and everything. Taking precise screenshots and highlighting just the exact text I want to copy and paste. Taking a selfie by pressing the S Pen button. The Qualcomm Snapdragon 865 Plus processor on my Note 20 Ultra review unit is, in a word, snappy. Extremely fast, totally competent, nothing got in its way. Benchmarking scores were also top-notch. However, 190 chipset, which is the same as the Galaxy S20 line. The Note 20 Ultra with Exynos also has 256 GB storage versus the 128 GB of my configuration. I haven't had a chance to test the Exynos version. Well, that's it guys, please make sure you use the link below the description, and please subscribe, like the video, comment. Thanks for watching, see you on my next video. Peace out.